What's up, everybody? It's Matt here. We're going to go over the foundation of all of our dog training, which is marker training. This is what we use to build motivation and engagement with every single dog that comes in here. It's important to understand that some dogs take a little longer. Now, if we are doing privates, this helps a little bit with the owners. For all of you at home, if you take a month to 2 months and do nothing but this, you will see a massive, massive change in your dog, okay? This is one of the most important things you can do with your dog is build that engagement using motivation. And with that being said, we're going to be using food, kibble, the dog's daily amount of kibble to build the motivation and engagement, right? So a lot of people know this as clicker training. We're not using a clicker. I'm just simply using a word. And that word today is going to be break. Now, a lot of people use yes. That's fine as well. It's up to you. You can use any word. We're using break. So I have Athena out here who's been with us for a little while. And I just want to show you kind of the beginning steps of this process. Now, it's cold outside. There's a lot of snow on the ground. So we are doing this in the kennel room. So there are some distractions with other dogs. Now, if you are starting this at home, I like to start this stuff outside in my yard. Now, if you don't have a fenced yard, make sure you put a long line on your dog. You can use a 15-footer or, you know, a 20 or 30-footer works even better. Give your dog a little more space, but you just hold the end of it. And every time your dog comes to you, you're going to say break and feed him, which we're about to show you. Okay, so the important thing about this is once your dog starts to understand this game and is really motivated and engaging, you need to do this everywhere you go. You can't do this just in your house or in your garage or in your backyard. You got to start in your garage, in your backyard, in your house, then move to your front yard, and then down to the park, down the street, and then the parking lot at the grocery store, and then in town. Wherever you're going to be spending time with your dog is where you need to focus on this work, okay? So what I'm going to do is charge my word real quick just so you guys see what it looks like. So if this is new to you, you can start charging the word, right? Now, I want to make it very clear. This starts from a young age, right? 8 weeks old will start this. However, if you just brought home a shelter dog or you just rescued a dog, you can start this right away. Age does not matter. Make the dog start earning things. Use this as a resource and control it. Make the dog work for it. So here we go, guys. I'm going to get her attention real quick just so we can get it going. Athena, good. Break. Break. Now I'm saying the word and then I feed. Break. I'm always moving away from the dog. Break. Right? To get her to come to me. I don't want to go to the dog. Break. Always move away. Break. Okay. She understands this. Break. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play hard to get. Right? She looks at me. Break. I walked away. Break. I walked away. Break. Won't take her eyes off me. I love it. Break. Sometimes I'll feed a couple times after I say the word, just like this. I'm using both hands so they understand that it's not just one hand. Break. Now, this is what we call free shaping. I'm just marking and rewarding any behavior that I like. And right now, it's the eye contact and it's her coming to me. So I'm technically building recall and engagement follow mode. Break. Break and eye contact. Break. Now, when you progress, you can wait for certain behaviors. So I can wait. Break. Now I'm teaching sit. Break. 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 She doesn't care about the other dogs, right? That's really important. This is what we're looking for. Break. Teaching down, right? She's offering the behavior. This is the great thing. I don't have to say any words besides the B word, right? I wait for that behavior and I mark it. This is called free shaping. Make the dog think. We're just going to see if we can get another down. how we start most of it. Now, what I like to do though is mix in a little bit of what we call luring as well, okay? Now, luring is going to help speed up the obedience side of things with our relationship, right? So instead of waiting for a behavior, I can lure her into a position as well, which looks something like this. I walk away, break, good. Get her to follow my hand, break, beautiful, break, nice. Now I can do some downs, get her to follow, break, beautiful. Break. Now I can do, those are sits and downs, right? Now I can also do break, a little bit of a heel. Break. I'm not getting fancy with it, just getting her to go into that motion. Break. Marking and rewarding that behavior right when she gets to my side. Break. Now if you watch this, there's certain things I'm doing. I'm moving back with my left leg, pulling her back, and then swinging it around. So again, nice and slow. I step back, bring her back past my leg, turn, break, right there. Keeping this hand up close, up close, right? I can bring it up here to get her head up above, right? Now, I like to teach these behaviors, sits and downs in different positions. Break. Not just in front of me, okay? So this is that luring phase, break. When we combine the luring with the free shaping, man, we get a dog who's really, truly thinking, who's super fiery, right, and wants to work for us. This is her heart and soul in it. That's what I want. I don't want to force a dog into position. That's why marker training works so well. We have to remember marker training, which is positive reinforcement, right? That's all I'm doing. Marking and rewarding. Works to create behaviors. It doesn't work to fix them, but it works to create them, which is what we're going for. Because the more you interact with your dog, the more you challenge your dog to think and work for their food, the more that dog's going to want to earn it, right? And want to pay attention to you. Everything is about interacting with that dog of yours, okay? Now, don't worry so much if you just got a dog. Don't worry so much about going out and going for leash walks. This is way more important than any sort of leash walk you do. Now, these sessions can be short and fun, interactive, right? Make them 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, right? But do them multiple times a day. Make that dog work for their food. So we have other dogs, right? A couple dogs have been barking. This dog doesn't care, doesn't give two shits about them, because all this dog wants is to interact with me to earn some kibble, right? And this is kibble, right? Now, that's what I use. I use the dog's daily amount of food for training, right? I'm really big on that. If she doesn't want to eat, right, well then, she's not going to get her food that, session. I'll try again later. Now, a lot of dogs are a little overweight. They can lose a little weight, so you don't have to worry about feeding them that day if they're not interested in taking food. Some dogs might go a day or two, if not 3, without taking much food. Then if they start taking food, awesome. But if they're still not super motivated after a week, you might be feeding too much. Cut back on their food just a little bit. Build that food drive. You're not depriving them of food, okay? You're offering it multiple times a day. If they're not taking it, they are depriving themselves, okay? That's important to understand. Now, this dog, right, wants to work, right? I can mark and reward behaviors. Now, the more you do this, and the more you focus on whatever behaviors you want, right? And the more you mark and reward these behaviors, right? The more they become a habit. And the more the dog is going to do them over and over and over and over and over, right? It's muscle memory. Okay, so if this dog's constantly sitting and looking at me, right, and I constantly keep rewarding, what do you think the dog's going to want to do? Sit and look at me, right? And learn to ignore everything else. So that's why it's important that you have to ramp up your distractions slowly, right? Meaning, set up your classroom, whether that's in your garage, in your house, in your backyard. Slowly add distractions, add some balls, add a bowl of food over there, right? But make sure the dog only gets the food here. Break, right? Break. And then you go outside. Then you're doing it you know, at the park with other dogs running around and your dog is doing this. That's the ultimate control, okay? Engagement before obedience. But the great thing is with engagement, obedience is easy, okay? So engage with your dog, right? Play with your dog. You can use this as play, right? At a certain point, the dog doesn't care about the food. It's about the interaction with me, right? So I can teach recalls really simple. This is where I will use a command. I can throw a piece of kibble. Athena, come. Good. Break. Athena, come. Good. Break. Athena, come. Good. Break. Okay? Food games, right? I can get the dog to chase my hand. Let's go. Break. Yeah. Get the dog to push into my hand. Oh. Break. Yeah. Break. Right? Straight lines. Have fun with it. Play with your dog. Food, if your dog's not into toys, this is a great thing to use. Now, if your dog's super toy driven, you can switch to a toy. But I love to use food in the beginning because you can get thousands and thousands of reps in. If you hammer out thousands and thousands of reps in the course of over 6 weeks, your dog is going to know that obedience like the back of its hand, right? Or paw, right? So get working on that engagement. Use that food. Make your dog earn it, right? Have fun with it. Look at this dog. This dog is loving life, right? Having so much fun. Super food driven. You can do anything with a dog like that, all right? So guys, go to work. Have fun with your dogs. Play with them. Interact. Make them earn their food. It's all about engagement. If you don't engage with your dog, you can never expect your dog to engage with you. All right? We'll see you guys later. Peace.